Lions, Niners in the NFC Championship game this weekend. Let's Talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Thank you for hanging out this late into January. Lions are playing again this Sunday. It's friggin' nuts. Before we get into the game, just want to put a big old shout out to Sabbath Coffee Roasters from Clawson, Michigan, and their Villain Blend. This blend is giving you notes of kneecaps, grit, and Kings of the North, followed by a little CJ Gardner-Johnson in the ski mask on the back. I don't care what regular blend of coffee this is that you just slap that label on. Either way, I'm here for it. Oh! Matt Stafford's kneecaps? Or is it Brock Purdy? I can't tell. Either way, friggin' love it. Sabbath Coffee Roasters in Clawson, Michigan. Thank you for not sponsoring this episode. But if you'd like to, reach out to me. Let's Talk Lions at gmail.com. We'll make it happen. Lions, Niners this Sunday. The weather is looking good in comparison to what Niners and Green Bay had to go with. Goff in this situation where it's going to be 65 degrees, I saw. 7% chance of rain. Like, good weather means good things are coming our way. Breaking this game down, first and foremost, I want to say this to any San Francisco fan who is in here right now. I think your team is phenomenal. I think the Niners are truly unbelievable, and they've been a fun watch this year. Christian McCaffrey, what a stud. Brock Purdy, I love the story behind him being Mr. Irrelevant and where he's taken this team. The fact that you guys just said, hey, Trey Lance, bye, and shipped him out. Thought that was awesome to watch Brock Purdy step into this role. But as a Lions fan, man, move out of the way because we got places to go. You know, I think the Lions actually stack up really well to San Francisco, especially what I saw San Francisco versus Green Bay. There's some holes in this squad that I think the Lions can find a way to march right through. First and foremost, what's it going to take for a Lions victory? It's that O-line. It is our O-line playing phenomenally. If our O-line continues to play up to the degree that it has been, and I know we're missing Jonah Jackson, so that is a huge deficit, a big hit for the Lions. But if the rest of the O-line, and even number 74 stepping in, I forget his name off the top of my head, Ayahuasca. I'm just thinking of the drug that Aaron Rodgers loves. This O-line, if they can have a stellar game, which there's no reason they shouldn't unless Ragnell's injury is worse than they're letting on, this Lions team could roll right through and put up some big points, and Jahmyr Gibbs go off. That's one thing. Looking at the D-line of San Francisco, which poses a big threat, but we're not seeing it that much as of lately. So if the O-line can control that D-line, if our O-line can control San Francisco's D-line and hold them down, create the holes for Jahmyr Gibbs, for Monty, this could be a high-flying, high-scoring, high-octane game in which the Lions put some points up and put some big points up early on the ground. Grab some chunk yardage through the legs of Jahmyr Gibbs. Look, man, I know that we're the underdog here because we're away. We're the away squad. San Fran has been very juggernaut-like throughout the season, but there are some holes that we're seeing that, again, the Lions can cruise through early. And I think that's going to come down to our O-line having one heck of a game. From the beginning of this year, that has been the bell that I have been ringing all day. It's the O-line. And it begins in the trenches. There's a reason why the first draft pick that the Lions made in order to start this new rebuild and this regime under Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, was Penei Sewell. There's a reason. And you know what's funny, man? I think back to that first year, and there were some Lions fans that I could not believe them calling for the trading of Taylor Decker. I bet you regret that now. And that's not me kind of slighting you. That's me saying, look at this O-line. Look at Frank Ragnow at the helm, Taylor Decker as a veteran, Penei Sewell on the opposite side, Graham Glasgow coming back, and of course now the Jonah Jackson injury is huge and hurts. But I do believe that you even look at what we were able to do against Tampa Bay. As Jackson got hurt and had to come off the field, we were still able to hold the line. And then it was in that second half that Jahmyr Gibbs started to pop off. So that is going to be vital, followed by the D-line, our D-line. Aiden Hutchinson. Is James Houston going to be back? But I look at Aiden Hutchinson specifically as one of the biggest dogs in this fight. I saw a stat regarding right tackle for San Francisco, Colton McKivitz, and really his struggles this season. And that is a way for the Lions to capitalize, for Aiden Hutchinson to capitalize, for the pass rush to capitalize over San Francisco. This guy, McKivitz, has let up 9 sacks this season, 52 total pressures. Like, he's kind of a gaping hole in this O-line for the Niners that could allow our pass rush to bring the heat, make some noise, do some damage. And if that's the case, you look at what we've done the last 2 weeks and Aaron Glenn, the way he's pulling certain packages and bringing the blitz, Fatu Melifonwu bringing the blitz, the pressure that we have applied on the QBs for the last 2 weeks between Stafford and Baker has been momentous, and it has allowed this Lions team to do work. Look, dude, it's like we have found a way to shut down the run. And yeah, we're struggling in the passing game. Our secondary struggling. Cam Sutton having his struggles. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that's not a true or the deal, right? Like, Cam Sutton's had his struggles. He's not a CB1. And we've asked him to do a ton. We have asked that man to do a ton. We finally get CJ Gardner-Johnson back. We're trying to find a rhythm. But if we can at least shut down one element of this squad, of the 49ers, that's going to relieve a lot of pressure. Kyle Shanahan, unbelievable coach, extremely intelligent, and the way he plays defenses is really intriguing. And that's why I really do think this could be a fun matchup. I think our offense is rolling. I think Jared Goff he has been tremendous the last 2 weeks, going into this third week. The only thing that people were probably, to me, scared of would be the weather. I'm not afraid of the rush coming from Chase Young. He has been lack thereof. I mean, my boy he's just standing on the field. I don't really know what he's doing. Nick Bosa is a titan. Dude is scary, but last couple games, 3-4 games, I haven't seen much coming out of him. Not a ton. Now, listen, man, anything can change in a moment, especially when you're one game away from the Super Bowl and you're like, oh, all we got to do is win this and get to the Super Bowl, and San Fran turns it on. They light it up. But in the same way, cannot Detroit do the same thing? Cannot Detroit look at this game and say, oh, this is the second time we've ever been here in our franchise history. First time since 1 or 3? Why not? Why not us? Why not Detroit? The Lions have everything they need to go all the way. They have made it this far. Our boys have made it this far. Why not us? Picking up Zach Ertz as a way of saying, hey, we know Brock Wright is out. He's on IR. We need another tight end. Sam Laporta's got the hurt knee, but he's in the brace. Let's bring in Ertz, a veteran of 10, 11 years. Like, yo, man, why not us? This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a bloodbath of sorts. And I think the Lions can find a way to come out on top. There's a lot that goes into it. You know, this is me just giving you a very brief bird's eye view, and we'll cover more as the days go once we kind of get a little bit more clarity on the injury report. Where's Khalif Raymond? Is he back yet? I haven't actually seen. I should probably... Khalif Raymond. Okay, so looking at the practice report, obviously Jonah Jackson didn't practice all Wednesday. We have no practice from Jonah Jackson, Sam Laporta, Frank Ragnow, Khalif Raymond. Alex Anzalone was limited. Josh Reynolds was limited. James Houston was full practice. My friends, that is humongous. If James Houston comes back in time for what is potentially the last game of the season, and they're not ready for him, holy smokes, James Houston could add an element to our rush, to our pass rush, that they have no idea how to handle. Could be humongous. To me, I look at Frank Ragnow and Sam Laporta. Those no practices are, hey, let's rest. Let's not injure ourselves any more than we need to before the big game. So, look, man, I think San Francisco, and forgive me, Lions fans, because I'm just going to say it. I think San Francisco is the better team. I think they are. I think they have the edge, period. And I'm sorry. However, I think the Lions are the hotter team. It's kind of like when we played the Rams. I thought the Lions were the better team, but I thought the Rams were the hotter team. And with Puka Nacua and Matt Stafford and what they were doing, it was like, oh man, we could lose this game. I was so nervous for that Rams game. Compared to the Bucs game, I was like, no, the Lions should win this game from top to bottom. Even when it was 17-17 going into the fourth, Lions should win. And I wasn't worried. And there it is. Coming into this game, I'm like, man, we are the hotter team. And I think that helps boost us into a position of, we can win this. Lions can win this game. They are capable of winning this game. Why not? Why not us? And the Niners looked quite beatable against the Packers. Maybe if the Packers didn't have a a green QB, they could have won that game. So, long story short, this is winnable. Our O-line and our D-line, the trenches, have to come through and through. Must limit San Fran's run game. Like, we gotta choose it. We gotta choose one and stop it. And the Lions have found a way to eliminate run games all year. But we are playing an MVP caliber running back. We are playing against Christian McCaffrey, who seems to just shed water like he's oil. Like the way he sheds the bodies off of him, we're trying to tackle him. He's just got, it's water and oil. And he's like, oh no, get off me. It's cool. That's cool. I'll just keep going. You just let me run all the way down. We'll have a good time. That's what I see out of McCaffrey. The guy is unbelievable. And if we can find a way to shut down the run and take away the run, all of a sudden, Brock Purdy's got to be hitting George Kittle. If Deebo Samuel's not out there, that is huge. But hey, man, those are just some of my thoughts. And before we go, just want to throw a quick shout out to Maintenance Mark, who said basically last week when I was showing off my D&D tiles, he was very upset that he was watching a Detroit Lions channel that also, had some love for D&D. So Maintenance Mark, this one goes out to you. I don't care. Check it out, bro. I did the stone wash on these guys. Looks legit, man. You add the ink wash, and all of a sudden, you got yourself some stellar grids for your party while playing D&D. So, Maintenance Mark, move along, honey bunny. And for the rest of you who enjoy D&D, or Lord of the Rings, or any sort of nerdy thing that isn't just about football, check it out. Dude, I'm working on creating some other, XPS foam tiles. I'm going to create some walls. I've created some columns. And, it's a ton of fun. It's nice to have multiple interests. Oh, my God. Sean McVay's kneecaps. Hey, my friends, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Let's get ready for this game. There is so much to be excited for. And the biggest thing to be excited for is our boys in Honolulu Blue are playing on January 28th. I don't think we've ever been able to say that before, because even when they played in the last NFC Championship game, I don't think it was this late in the year. This is a full extra week of ball, a full extra week to be excited. Watching the city, man, like driving around, I went, picked up food, and some guys just handed me Honolulu Blue Gatorade or some drink. As I went out and bought food somewhere else, he's like, I have this for free. Like, the way the culture has changed around a winning Detroit Lions team in this city, in our state, It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So enjoy it. Enjoy it, man, because Lions should be perennial winners for quite some time. But that is it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Drop your record prediction or your score prediction coming into this week. And I hope that we are making a Victory Monday video on the 29th. That is it. I will catch you next time on Let's Talk Lions.